Hi Year 8s, let's look at converting mixed fractions to improper fractions. Remember, when we have a mixed fraction, it consists of two things. It consists of a whole number and also a proper fraction. Okay, for example, let's have the mixed fraction 3 wholes and 4/5. So what does this really mean? Here we have our whole number and we have our proper fraction 4/5. So if we were to draw this out, we would, starting with our 4/5, we would draw our whole and divide it into 5. Okay, so these are going to be 5 equal parts of the whole, and really we're just looking at 4 of them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can label these. Okay, this is 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and of course we've got our 5/5 here as well. Okay, but this one overall is our 4/5. Let's look at the 3 here. What does the 3 mean? It means that we've got 3 wholes. Okay, so if we were to draw another whole, again dividing it into fifths, okay, or roughly, we would be counting all 5/5, because that would mean that would be a whole. That's one whole here. Okay, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and 5/5. Remember, 5 over 5 is the same as one whole. So here we have one whole and 4/5, but still we're remaining, we need to draw 2 more of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1/5 all the way down to 5/5. Again, that equals another whole. So we're going to count all 5 of those fifths. And one last. Here again, we're going to be counting all 5/5, which would again equal one whole. So here we have 1, 2, 3 wholes and 4/5. Okay, so if we were to add all of these together, we'll be adding together the 5/5 plus 5/5 plus 5/5 plus 4/5 and remember, when we're adding, our numerators have to be the same in order to add fractions, and in this case they are. So our answer there would be 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 4, 19 over 5. So that's our improper fraction. Let's say we wanted to take this number, 3 and 4/5, and add it to another mixed fraction. So 3 and 4/5 plus 2 and 3/4, for instance. We can see that our denominators are not the same in this case. Okay, we need to make sure that those denominators are the same. We know that 3 and 4/5 is the same as saying 19 over 5. But what does the 2 and 3/4 really look like? Well, if we were to draw it out like this, we could see that one whole in this case would be divided into 4s, quarters. In this case, we're looking for 3 of those quarters. 1, 2, 3. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. But we're only looking to take 3 of those quarters at this stage. Okay, again, let's look at the two wholes. We'll draw out our whole, divide into 4s. But this time we're counting all of those 4 segments. 1 over 4, 2 over 4, 3 over 4, 4 over 4, or 1 whole. Okay, and still we need 1 more of those wholes because we've only got 1. Let's divide it into 4 again, and we're counting all 4 of them. Again, so we've got 1 whole plus 1 whole plus 3/4. Let's add them together now. So that would be 4 over 4 plus 4 over 4 plus 3 over 4. Our denominators in this case, they are all the same, so we can add those together quite easily. 4 plus 4 plus 3 is 11. So here we have 11 over 4, and we can bring that back up to our original sum, 11 over 4. Can we add these two fractions together now? No, we can't add them together because those denominators are not the same. Here we're looking at fifths and here we're looking at fourths, okay? How do we then go ahead and make them the same? Well, we would need to find the lowest common multiple, and we know that the lowest common multiple of 5 and 4 is 20. So how would I make 5 20? I'll need to multiply it by 4. Whatever I do to the bottom denominator, I need to do to the top. Okay. How would I make the 4 a 20? So I need to multiply that by 5 and to the top as well. Okay. Now my fractions, or my addition, looks like this. 19 times 4. What's that? 76 divided by 20 plus 11 times 5, 55 plus, over 20. Okay, and now we can go ahead and keep our denominator the same, over 20, and 76 plus 55, 131 over 20. Because we have a fraction that is now an improper fraction, 131 over 20, can we make that a simplified fraction? Let's find out if we can work out what is a common factor between any of those. Is 131 a prime number? So there's no way that we can simplify that fraction down. Okay, that's converting mixed fractions to improper fractions. The last step there would be to work out how many times, or to convert it back to a mixed fraction, to work out how many times does the 20 go into 131. Well, I know that 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 all the way through. How many 20s go into 131? That would be 6 with 11 remainders. So we can convert it back into a mixed fraction once we've done our addition sum. And that's how we convert mixed fractions to improper fractions.